Brian Nickelback here at Fort Morgan High School, Stan Lampe Gymnasium. Excuse me, Corey has stepped out for just a minute, but we need to get a player of the game for the girls. Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. Better Electric is proud to bring you our game archives available on our social media. Player of the game tonight for the Lady Mustangs is going to be Shailene Ramirez. I had her down for 6 rebounds and 15 points, and she was kind of the leader out there on the floor. So we're going to go with Shailene Ramirez as our player of the game. So now it will be the boys' turn. As we get set here, we'll see if we can get some starting lineups here. Some of this paperwork out of the way. Starting for the Brush Beat Diggers will be junior Conrad Kastrup along with junior Eric Rico, junior Payson Poland, along with junior Dre Bauer and junior Thatcher Queen, all juniors, starting lineup for the Brush Beat Diggers. Starting lineup for the Fort Morgan Mustangs will be Tony Mendez. I do not have him on the list here for some reason. He's number 0. Along with Broden Jess, Carlo Baseo, along with JJ Marquez and Angel Lopez Serenata. So the Brush Beat Diggers won this game last year by a count of 55-47. Brush comes into the game averaging 46.2 points a game, giving up 51.8. Mustangs are averaging 53 points a game, giving up 51 points. So I expect it to be close again, once again, as it usually is here between Fort Morgan and Brush. It's the county rivalry. Always want to come away with the win when you're only 10 miles apart. And most of these kids know each other anyway, friends off the court, so we will see what unfolds here tonight in Fort Morgan as they introduce the starters here for Fort Morgan. Mustangs come in 2 and 3 overall. Rush is 3 and 2. Fort Morgan is coming in off of the win from last Saturday. They played Rocky Ford at the Bennett tournament and beat them by a count of 62-32. So see if they can continue that run here tonight, as it will be Conrad Kastrup to jump for Brush, and we will see. It will be Carlo Baseo, I guess I'm pronouncing that right, will be going up for the tip for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Mustangs dressed all in white. Brush Beat Diggers in their maroon uniforms. And they are ready to go. They got 8 minutes on the board, and we are ready to rock and roll here in Fort Morgan. Up with it. Ball is going to be tipped. Going to be taken by Fort Morgan. Layup is going to be up and good by J.J. Marquez. Nice tip there by Carlo. Full court pressure here by the Mustangs. Going to be turnover for the Beat Diggers on the first possession. Carlo to Mendez. Back to Carlo. Carlo into the lane. Nice move, but shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Kastrup. into the hands of Thatcher Queen. Thatcher Queen's going to drive it into the lane, going to kick it out onto the far side to Payson Poland. That shot is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Angel Lopez Serenana. He brings it down now. J.J. Marquez going to drive the lane. They're going to call J.J. with the charge as Kastrup had himself planted under the basket. So 2-0 here. Fort Morgan as we play early here. 7:12 left in the first period. Into the hands of Payson Poland as he's going to get it up into the front court. He's going to drive it down. He's going to kick it out to Thatcher Queen. Thatcher Queen into the lane. That ball is going to be off of Fort Morgan and out of bounds. Nice knock away there by Tony Mendez. It'll be Eric Rico. 2 inbounds left baseline of their basket. Looks, gets it into Kastrup. Kastrup underneath. The shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be blocked by Basale. J.J. Marquez up with the bucket. 2 layups for the Mustangs. 2 by J.J. Marquez into the hands now of Dre Bauer. Back to Thatcher Queen. Poland. Now it will be Thatcher Queen into the lane. Shot from the left corner is going to be up and no good by Dre Bauer. Going to be rebounded by Angel Lopez. Basale into the lane. Going to kick it back out to Tony Mendez for the 3. Up and no good. Going to be Mustangs tried to save it. Nice effort there, but it will be Beat Digger possession as they inbounds in front of their bench. They get it in to Poland. Poland's going to drive it all the way down. Shot is going to be up and rolls in for Payson Poland. Goes over the outstretched hands of Carla Basale. Now JJ out front. Directing traffic here. Near side to Angel Lopez Serenana. Now to Broden Jess. Serenana in the corner. Going to drive it in. Give it off to Basale. Basale's layup is going to be up and good. 6-2 Mustangs into the hands now of Thatcher Queen. He's going to drive it down off of Queen as he loses control of it and it goes out of bounds. Fort Morgan with possession. I'm not sure what the refs are what they're talking about now. Oh, you got to take. He had a sleeve on his arm that has to come off apparently. So got that taken care of into the hands of Angel Lopez Serenana as he's going to bring it up into the front court. Picks up his dribble now on the far side to JJ. Now they're going to call an illegal screen. Is that going to be on Broden Jess? That would be on Jess. With his first on the illegal screen. That must be one of their points of emphasis this year because I have seen a lot of illegal screens being called this year. Rush now to inbounds. They get into the hands of Dre Bauer. Back over to Eric Rico. Rico's going to get it up into the front court. Going to drive it all the way down. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded though. Up and no good though by Thatcher Queen. Into the hands of JJ up to Angel Lopez. That is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by the Beat Diggers. We give that to Conrad Kastrup. And now a foul is going to be called on Fort Morgan. And that will be on Tony Mendez. It will be his first. Rush inbounds far side. Into Payson Poland. Down to the hands of Eric Rico. Rico out on the high right wing. Picks up it, gives it off to Thatcher Queen. Now to Conrad Kastrup out on the left high wing. Over on the far side to Thatcher Queen. Queen's going to drive it all the way in, and the shot is going to be up and good by Thatcher Queen. They're going to give Tony Mendez, I believe. Tony Mendez with his second. So he will take a seat, I believe. So into the game for the Mustangs will be Ian Rivera. 620 will take a seat. So Thatcher Queen, go to the line to shoot one. Shot is up and good. 6-5 Mustangs, 4:44 to go here, first period. J.J. Marquez into the corner to Broden Jess. Broden Jess picks up his dribble. Now he's going to be called for the travel. So turnover, Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan with the full court pressure. As we said earlier, nice crowd here, nice full gym here at Fort Morgan, into the hands of Payson Poland. And we get it off on the far side to Alexander Sauceda, who has come into the game for Dre Bauer. Now a foul is going to be called underneath on the drive by Brush. Let's see who that's going to go on. See if that's going to go on. That will be Ian Rivera, his first. And that will send Thatcher Queen back to the line to shoot two. Up and nothing but the bottom of the net for Queen. Nice looking shot. Into the game. Nope, I thought coming into the game, came here. Royer Alvarez into the game. Shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Eric Rico. Three is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Royer Alvarez. Three from the corner is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by J.J. Marquez. Marquez with a little jumper up and no good. Going to be taken down by Thatcher Queen. As Queen gets it up into the front court, hands it off to Conrad Kastrup. Now to Rico. It's going to be taken away by the Mustangs. Angel Lopez Serenana, gets it off into the hands now of Ian Rivera underneath Alvarez, and he loses it out of bounds. 6-5 Mustangs, 3:43 to go here, first period. In the hands of Payson Poland on the left wing. Now to Conrad Kastrup out on the high left wing. He's going to drive it all the way in. Shot is going to be up. They're going to call a blocking foul on Ian Rivera. That will be his second. So he did give him the basket. I didn't know it had gone in. But Conrad Kastrup with the bucket, and we'll go to the line to shoot one. Off the back rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Rico. Three is going to be put up by Brush. That is up and no good. Going to be off of Brush and out of bounds off of Payson Poland. Back into the game will be Dre Bauer. Payson Poland will take a seat. Brush now with the lead 8-6. J.J. Marquez into the front court. 2-3 zone defense by Brush into the corner up. Misconnection with Rivera. So turnover Fort Morgan. I have three on them. I don't know what. Brush up into the front court now with Bauer. Bauer on the far side. Going to drive it all the way down. Oh, it looked like a nice strip by Basale, but I believe they're going to call a reach foul on Carlo. That would be his first. That will be 5 fouls, so he will go to the line. That will be Dre Bauer to go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw off the side of the rim and no good. This first quarter is brought to you by Buildings by Design. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildsbydesign.com. Second one no good, rebounded by Alvarez. Shot by Marquez up and no good, going to be rebounded by Rivera. On the far side is Lopez Serenana. Basale underneath, but it's going to be taken away by Thatcher Queen, and then he is going to be called for the travel. So back-to-back turnovers First by Fort Morgan, then by Brush. Nice student crowd here for Fort Morgan tonight. JJ to inbounds. Lopez Serenano, that up and off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded, saved by Basale and into the hands of Brush. Saucedo, he's going to dish it off to Thatcher Queen for the bucket. 6 points in the period by Queen, 10-6. Brush. JJ, his pass is going to be stolen underneath. He jumped up in the air. I didn't know if he was going to pass it or shoot it, and he ended up throwing it away. Thatcher Queen over on the far side. He's going to give it off on the far side to Saucedo. Now to Rico. Rico's going to drive all the way down. He's going to pull it back out to Conrad Castrop. He's going to drive it all the way down. He's going to lose it out of bounds. So turnover, Brush. Broden Jess looks to come in. He will come in for Carlo Basale. 10-6 Brush here early on. 2:02 left here in the first period. JJ to Angel Lopez, and it goes off of his hands and out of bounds. Thatcher Queen now. On the far side, he'll get it off to Dre Bauer. Excuse me, Eric Rico in the corner. Underneath the Queen. Shot is going to be up and good off the backboard for Thatcher Queen. 8 points in the quarter for Queen. JJ Marquez going to be double teamed into the hands of Royer Alvarez into the lane. They're going to kick it off to Broden Jess. Back to JJ. JJ with a three up and no good. Going to be rebounded though by Jess. Gets it off to Lopez Soriano. He gets into the lane now. Back out to Broden Jess. Jess with a three up and good. Broden Jess from downtown. Draws the Mustangs to within 3, 12-9. Rico looked like he traveled, nothing called. I think it was off of Fort Morgan and out of bounds. The Brush will retain possession. As Poland comes back in for Thatcher Queen. They look to get it in to Poland in the near corner. Back up top to Bauer. Bauer's going to drive it all the way down, knocked away from him. He's going to spin and go up with it. Off the front of the rim and no good. And finally taken away by Broden Jess. Nice job there by Jess. Hanging on to that ball now to Rivera. His three is going to be up and no good. Going to be taken by Rico. I have 3 rebounds for Rico so far. Yep. Rico by Surinana. Shot is going to be up and no good by Poland. Rebound, that three is going to be up and good by Eric Rico. First three of the contest for the Beat Diggers, up 15-9. Under 10 seconds, just getting right at 10 seconds here in the first period. That was a travel, yep, as the Angel Lopez Surinana took one too many steps here. Another turnover here by the Mustangs. 7.7 seconds left here, first period. The Beat Diggers up by a count of 15-9. They get it into the hands of Bauer. Bauer into the front court. He's going to hand it off to Poland. That shot is going to be up and good by Payson Poland. So that will bring this first quarter to an end as the Mustangs find themselves on the short end of the stick here by a count of 17-9 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back here at Fort Morgan High School, the Beat Diggers with possession here to start off period number 2. Eric Rico with a shot, going to be up and no good. Rebound is going to be taken away by Dre Bauer of Brush. Mustangs not able to corral that loose ball. Underneath to Conrad Castrop. It's off of Mustangs and out of bounds. Must have been off of Royer Alvarez. The Beat Diggers inbounds left baseline of their basket. Eric Rico to get it in wide open. Conrad Castrop left alone underneath. 10-point margin here for the Mustangs. Hayden Marsh into the game for the Mustangs. That shot is going to be up and good by Royer Alvarez. And that was a 2. Thatcher Queen gets it off to Conrad Castrop. Castrop going to back it up. Back to Thatcher Queen. Dre Bauer with the 3. In and out. Royer Alvarez not able to corral it. Should be off a brush. Yep, it's off of Conrad Castrop and out of bounds. So Mustang good position. Well, now the refs are going to talk about it. And he overruled him. So now they're going to say it's off of Fort Morgan and out of bounds. He said it was off of Royer Alvarez. So brush to inbounds far corner. Eric Rico once again to get it in. Goes to Thatcher Queen on the far right wing. 19-11 brush. 5:49 to go here, second period. Conrad Castrop in the lane. Should be about a 3-second. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by, Royer Alvarez. J.J. Marquez gets it off to Broden Jess. Broden Jess can drive the lane, and now a hand check foul, I believe, on Payson Poland. We'll see for sure who that's going to be on. That will be on Payson Poland. That will be, might count his first. Mustangs to inbound, Alvarez to go out. Basale to come back in. JJ to inbounds, gets it in to Marsh. Apparently not a three-pointer. Now he's going to shoot. Shot is going to be up and good for a three-pointer for Hayden Marsh.
Mustangs down 5.
19-14. Heard that was a good year, but I'm not real sure. Rico underneath. Shot is going to be up and no good, but he is fouled by Basale immediately. And Basale, that will be his second. So going to the line, looks like that is Brady Soletta, who is into the game for the Beat Diggers. 6:13 to go. 19-14 brush. Solito, a shot is up and good for Brady Solito. His first point of the night. 6-point lead for the Beat Diggers. Free throw is off the side of the rim, no good. Going to be rebounded by Carlo. And 2 for him. Going to be knocked away from Carlo, but he gets it back. Layup is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a charge. I'm not sure that was a real good call, but that's the way it goes. So that is going to be on Carlo. That will be 3 on him. He's going to have to take a seat, I would think. Royer Alvarez to come back in, and Carlo will take a seat. Mustangs down 6 with 6:03 to go. Brush with possession. Eric Rico into the front court. Drives it all the way down. He's going to kick it off. Taken away by the Mustangs. Turnover Brush. Hayden Marsh off to Broden Jess. Broden Jess loses it. Slips out of his hands. Turnover Fort Morgan. Thatcher Queen now into the front court. Being guarded by Jess. Over on the near side now to Soletta. Back up to Queen out at the high point. Underneath to Rico. Rico shot is going to be up and no good. It's going to be tipped out. It's going to be taken by Queen. Knocked away, but Queen comes back with it. Back to Soletta, excuse me. Now Dre Bauer at the left wing. Back to Soletta, to Thatcher Queen. Queen into the lane. Going to kick it out to Dre Bauer. Bauer, but into the lane. His layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by J.J. Marquez. And then a foul is going to be called on Brush. 23, that will be Brady Soletta. Will be his first. Into the game will be Angel Lopez Soriano for Tony Mendez. Mustangs in control of the ball. 5 minutes left here in the second period, down 20-14. Angel Soriano to Marquez in the corner. That three up and good by JJ. His first triple of the night brings us Mustangs to within 3, 20-17. Over on the far side to Poland. Now up at the high point. He's going to give it off to Queen. Over on the right wing. Bounce pass to Rico, and that is going to be finally taken away. Let's see if they call a jump. It will be a tie-up. It will be possession to the Mustangs. So turnover, Brush. So into the game will be Conrad Kastrup along with Alexander Aguilar Salcido. He will replace Brady Soleta along with Dre Bauer. Hayden Marsh into the front court. Drive that left side, going to get off to Broden Jess. Broden Jess picks up his dribble to Lopez Sarianana. He's going to drive it all the way down, up and under, up and no good. Going to be rebounded, and it's going to be a tie-up, or are they going to call a foul on the reach? Apparently they're going to call a foul on the reach. That would be Broden Jess. That would be his second. Fort Morgan with full court pressure with 4:05 to go, second period. Hayden Marsh on the far side with Poland. Underneath is Thatcher Queen, now to Kastrup. Kastrup's shot is going to be up and rolls in for Conrad Kastrup. 6 points on the night for Kastrup, 22-17. In favor of the Brush Beat Diggers here in Fort Morgan. To Royer Alvarez, now to Hayden Marsh, to Lopez over in the corner. Back to Hayden Marsh over on the left wing. Back to Sarianana, back to Hayden Marsh. He's going to drive the baseline, back to Alvarez. Alvarez, he's a big kid. He needs to go up with that. J.J. Marquez for three, up and no good. Going to be rebounded and finally taken away by Hayden Marsh. J.J. once again with a three, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Conrad Kastrup. So good back-to-back action here in Fort Morgan as they get it off into the hands of Salcido. Now to Thatcher Queen from the left elbow. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Lopez Sarianana. Hayden Marsh to Rivera, to Mendez. His shot is going to be up and no good. Broden Jess with a reverse, up and good for Jess. Gets the rebound plus the bucket. 5 points on the night for Broden Jess. Salcido underneath is going to be to Thatcher Queen. Thatcher Queen being guarded by, being double teamed now into the corner to Poland. Back out to Queen, now to Kastrup out at the point. He's going to hand it off here. He's going to be a handoff there to Salcido. Now Kastrup for the three, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Broden Jess. Marsh to JJ, underneath to Royer Alvarez. His shot is up and good at the bucket. And a foul called on Brush on the shot, so he'll go to the line for the and one. And that foul is going to be on Thatcher Queen. That will be his first. Tony Mendez to come in for Broden Jess. 2:16 to go here, second period. Mustangs are back to with almost even, 22-21. Royer Alvarez with a shot off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Tony Melendez. Shot is going to be up and in and out. Going to be rebounded by Mendez once again. Shot rolls out once again. Kastrup with a rebound. Mendez kept by a shot. Dre Bauer with a spin move all the way down. His shot is going to be up and good. Dre Bauer with the bucket. His first 2 points of the night, 24-21. Fort Morgan had a chance to tie it, and now it's a three-point lead. Royer Alvarez back to Hayden Marsh to JJ to Angel Lopez Sarianana. Three up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Dre Bauer. Bauer is going to bring it up. Going to kick it off into the corner, and that three is going to be up and no good by Salcido. Going to be rebounded once again by Angel Lopez Sarianana. Knocked away from Sarianana, apparently off of him and out of bounds. It was knocked off of Brush, knocked it off of him and out of bounds. J.J. Marquez will take a seat. Into the game will be Ian Rivera. Rush to inbounds far side. It will be Rico to Salcido, back to Rico into the front court. Rico's going to drive it all the way down. Layup is going to be up and good for Eric Rico. They've got to cut him off. They can't allow that kind of a layup. They're going to have to make him think about it next time he wants to come in there. Royer Alvarez from the right elbow. Shot is up and good for Alvarez. 6 points on the night for Alvarez. Down court, and that will be brush ball. It was not tipped. Nope. I think Eric Rico thought it was, but it was not tipped. So into the game will be Ulysses Aguilar for Thatcher Queen. So 26-23, the Mustangs can tie it with a 3. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. Hayden Marsh keeps that dribble alive out at the point. Going to be double teamed now off to Tony Mendez out on the right wing. Mendez is going to drive it all the way down. Left is going to be up and no good. Oh, that was a late foul. They're going to call Mendez with the charge. So that will be the third one on Tony Mendez. Rush to inbounds. They get it back to Eric Rico, where we are at 35 seconds and counting here. Eric Rico picked up his dribble. Now to Aguilar out into the corner. They're going to see if they're going to work around here for one shot. 26-23 Brush here with the under 20 seconds to go here in this quarter. To go right-handed layup is going to be up and good by Conrad Castrop. He just kind of worked his way in and just had a hook there. Mendez with 7 seconds. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded on the far side by Salcido. Layup is going to be up, and it's going to count for Dre Bauer right at the bucket. He got behind the Mustangs, and that will give Brush a 7-point lead as we go into the break. The Brush Beat Diggers lead Fort Morgan by a count of 30-23 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle back here at Fort Morgan High School, Stan Lampy Gymnasium, as the Mustangs have come back out to do a little warm-up here. Mustang girls fell to the Brush Lady Beat Diggers by a count of 56-48. Shailene Ramirez had 15 points for the Mustangs in that one. Sarah Becker led the way with the Brush Lady Beat Diggers with 13. We'll see what the Mustangs can do here. They have to tighten down on that defense here a little bit as we get ready to tip this off. It looks like it will be Brush basketball, excuse me, to start this second half. This will be the end of the basketball for this year for Fort Morgan. Excuse me. Brush will host Rocky Ford on Saturday. Girls at 11, the boys at 1. So Brush gets it into Eric Rico as we start period number 3. Into the hands now of Payson Poland. Back to Rico on the high right wing. Back to Poland out front. Mustangs in a 2-3 zone defense. Nice steal. Yep, steal by the Mustangs. So turnover by Brush. J.J. Marquez on that far right side gets hung up out there, jumps in the air, and then throws it away. 9 turnovers into the hands of Rico. Rico into the lane, stops, pops, and up and good for Eric Rico. 7 points on the night for Rico. 32-23, 9-point lead for Brush. Broden Jess out high now, back to Angel Lopez Soriana. J.J. Marquez out on the high right wing to Broden Jess now in the corner. He spins around, gets it under to Basali, I believe is how you pronounce it. Up and good for Carlo. I was calling it Basale, but I believe it's Basali.
Basale, I believe.
Basali. So Eric Rico being guarded by J.J. Marquez, and that's going to be off it. Okay, I thought it was off of JJ. It was not. Turnover Brush. So two quick turnovers by the Beat Diggers. And the ref was talking to Angel Lopez Sariñana for a minute. I'm not sure about what, but into the hands now of Sariñana as he gets it back to Mendez. Underneath to JJ. JJ shot is going to be up off the side of the rim. His shot is going to be blocked. Turnover Fort Morgan as they get it for the Beat Diggers. Eric Rico crosses midcourt. Thatcher Queen to Payson Poland. Eric Rico out at the top. Left baseline, jump stop. Underneath, reverse layup up and good for Thatcher Queen. 10 points on the night for Queen. 9-point game once again for the Beat Diggers. 6 minutes left here, third period. Tony Mendez. Or Angel Lopez, on the far side. Now back to Mendez. Now back to Lopez. JJ in the left corner. JJ's going to pop for three. In and out. Ball is tapped around, and it's finally going to be off of Brush and out of bounds. Fort Morgan will retain possession. JJ Marquez to inbounds left baseline of the corner. Into Basali. Layup is up and good for Carlo. Nice entry pass there by JJ Marquez. 7-point lead for Brush here. 5:38 to go into the corner to Thatcher Queen. Payson Poland underneath to Conrad. Thatcher Queen with a little turnaround, and the layup is going to be up and good. 12 points for Thatcher Queen. JJ Marquez. Off to Broden Jess on the left wing. Basali back out at the point. No on the far side to Tony Mendez. Being guarded by Rico. Layup is going to be up and good by Tony Mendez. Didn't see what happened there. Writing something down. Conrad Kastrup is going to come out. It will be Brady Soleta into the game now for Brush. Payson Poland back to Rico out at the point. Back to Poland. Being guarded by Mendez. Payson Poland going to bounce pass it to Thatcher Queen. Back to Poland. Three for Payson Poland. In and out. Going to be rebounded by Angel Lopez Sariñana. JJ Marquez down that far side. It's going to be tipped away and turned over by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Tipped away from JJ. Stop. The shot is going to be up and good by Thatcher Queen from Eric Rico. 9-point game once again. 38-29. Mustangs with possession. Sariñana with a shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded, tipped away, and taken away by Thatcher Queen. Queen to Payson Poland, back to Queen. Little turnaround is nothing called as Carla Basale comes away with it, and then it's going to be a foul on Thatcher Queen. Ooh, that will be his second. I have him for one. I have him for two. See if that makes a difference when it comes down to the end. JJ Marquez to Basali. Not sure how he did. The ref said he bounced it, caught it, and then bounced it again. So turnover Fort Morgan. Coach David Marquez, we had a little question about how that was a double dribble, and the ref explained to him what had happened. Thatcher Queen in the right corner. 38-29, you're going to drive that baseline. Shot is going to be up and good as he hands it off to Brady Soleta. 11 points now lead for the Brush Beat Diggers. 2-3 zone defense by Brush. Ball is tipped away, taken by Angel Lopez. Now to Tony Mendez, back to JJ in the corner. JJ's three up and no good. Going to be rebounded, and a foul is going to be taken. A foul is going to be on Yeah, called on Brush. They're going to call that one on Brady Soletta. Be his second. And they have one up there. J.J. Marquez, to inbounds, left baseline. He does it into Basali. Up and good. That's there all night, it looks like. So 6 points on the night for Carlo. 3 minutes to go here, third period. 40-31, 9-point lead for the Beat Diggers. Into the corner to Thatcher Queen. That ball is going to be kicked by Royer Alvarez, who has come into the contest, I believe, for Broden Jess. Eric Rieker to inbounds, right baseline of their basket. He looks, lobs it in, and going to be tipped away by J.J. Marquez. J.J. with a layup. It comes up short. Rebounded though by Basali, and up and good. Way to run the floor there, Carlo. They're going to get that rebound and get the putback. 7-point game now, 40-33. Double team now out top. Into the corner, Thatcher Queen picks it up now into the hands of Saucedo. Turnover, Brush, layup is going to be up and good. Count that one for J.J. Marquez. And he'll go to the line for the and one, and that will be a foul on Alexander Aguilar Saucedo. It'll be his first. So J.J. Marquez will go to the line to shoot one with 9 points on the night. This will be the first free throw for the Fort Morgan Mustang boys here tonight with 2:25 left to go in the third period. Shot is up and nothing but the bottom of the net for JJ. 10 points on the night for JJ. Mustangs have cut it to 4, 40-36. This was an 11-point lead just a minute ago. Yep. JJ got a little too aggressive. That'll be, I believe, his second. Brush will inbounds Eric Rico to get it into Thatcher Queen in the corner. He's going to drive that baseline. Now to Saucedo, and that shot is going to be up and good for Saucedo. Thatcher Queen found him coming down the baseline. Royer Alvarez drives the baseline. His shot is, he just loses it out of bounds. Well, it must have been tipped by Brush. Dre Bauer into the game for Payson Poland. Broden Jess back into the game for Basali. Into the corner to Mendez. Mendez is going to drive it, going to kick it out to Jess. Jess drives it in, going to pull it back out to Angel Lopez Serenana. Back to J.J. Marquez out at the high right wing. Keeps that dribble alive. A 2-3 zone defense by Brush. And nothing called. They go down and they don't call anything. Now they're going to call a tie-up on the floor, and that will be possession to the Mustangs. They will retain possession. So the Mustangs now to inbound right baseline of their basket. JJ to get it into Mendez, now to Serenana. Shot it up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by Saucedo. And then a foul is going to be called on Fort Morgan, I believe, on the steal. And that will be on JJ. That I have him for 3. I think they're going to show him with 2, so I guess I'll just leave it at that for now. 3 fouls on Brush this quarter, 2 on Fort Morgan, so nobody anywhere close right now to being able to shoot free throws on a non-shot foul. 1:20 to go here, third period, 42-36 Brush. Excuse me. Back into the hands of Rico, now a lob to Thatcher Queen, back to Saucedo. That ball is going to be tipped out of bounds. Nice hands there by Ian Rivera. He knocked down that pass headed for Eric Rico. Brush to inbounds just in front of their bench. Gets it in to Dre Bauer. Now to Conrad Kastrup. His shot is going to be blocked from the back, and they're going to call a foul on Broden Jess. Looked pretty clean, but it looked like he might have got it from the back. But Broden Jess, I have him for, I'm not sure who's keeping track down there. I have him for 3. Conrad Kastrup with a shot up and good. 9 points on the night for Kastrup. It will be Payson Poland to come in for Thatcher Queen. 43-36 with 1:07 to go. Conrad Kastrup with one more free throw. Shot is up and good. 10 points on the night for Kastrup. Ian Rivera down court to Lopez Serenana. A minute to go here. Third period. Tony Mendez. That looked like a walk, but nothing called. Shot comes up short. Rebound to Conrad Kastrup. I have him for 5. Eric Rico off to Dre Bauer. Now to Conrad Kastrup. He's going to drive it all the way, and his shot is going to be up and good. Conrad Kastrup. Fort Morgan with possession now. They get it back to Angel Lopez Serenana. Picks up his dribble now to Royer Alvarez. Ian Rivera goes down. Turnover Fort Morgan. Rush with possession now. Sauceda back up top to Dre Bauer. Bauer picks up, gives it off to Conrad Kastrup. He's going to drive it down that left side, up and under, and he's going to be fouled by Broden Jess. So Kastrup will go to the line to shoot 2. Broden Jess saying it was 2. I'm not sure. I don't know where the other fouls have come from or not gone to, but Broden Jess with 2 according to the scorekeeper. So Conrad Kastrup will go to the line to shoot 2, where he was 2 for 2 just a minute ago. We have 9 seconds left in this third period. Shot rolls around and goes off. 46-36. Beat Diggers are taking it back up to a 10-point lead. Into the game is going to be Ivan DePriest, as he will come in for Broden Jess. Conrad Kastrup with foul shot number 2 coming up. That was off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded to Alvarez. The ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Bauer, so Fort Morgan will inbounds just in front of their bench. Angel Lopez Serenana to inbounds. As he will see who he finds. Gets it into Tony Mendez, 3. Back to Lopez, now to, did not get a shot off. He got 4 seconds on the clock, I'm sorry, but you should be able to get a shot off. Anyway, the Mustangs find themselves down by 10 points, 46-36. We go to the fourth quarter here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel, Corey Riddle back here at Stan Lampe Gymnasium in Fort Morgan. Christy Creighton at the controls for us tonight. As Brush will take possession to start this fourth period. Dre Bauer bounce pass to Conrad Kastrup. Kastrup into the lane. His shot is going to be up, and it's going to go, and he is going to be fouled. They found something here with Kastrup. They give him at the free throw line, and he just is able to go under. And that is going to be on Ivan DePriest to be his first. So Conrad Kastrup with 2 more and the free throw, and that is up and good. 13-point lead here by the Beat Diggers. Or Alvarez to DePriest underneath to Mendez. Mendez turnaround. That's going to be taken away by Brush. Turnover of Fort Morgan into the hands of Eric Rico as he gets it up into the front court. Skip pass over into the corner, and that shot is going to be up and no good by Payson Poland. Gets his own rebound. Dre Bauer for 3, and that is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by DePriest. On the far side underneath the DePriest. DePriest is going to go up. Nope. I'm going to call a blocking foul on Brush. And that will be on Alexander Aguilar Saucedo. I have him for 2. Nope. That one we agree on. So J.J. Marquez to inbounds far side as Ian Rivera will take a seat into the hands of Hayden Marsh, who has come in back to JJ over in that right corner. Pops for the three, comes up just short, barely grazes the rim. Going to be off of Fort Morgan. Ivan DePriest tried to save it, but turnover Mustangs. It will be Carlo Basali coming in for Ivan DePriest. Carlo on the night has 10 points. Dre Bauer into the front court being guarded by Mendez. Over to Rico being guarded by J.J. Marquez. Bounce pass, that's going to be taken away by Royer Alvarez and taken away by Brush. Back-to-back turnovers here. 49-36, 6:40 to go here, fourth period. Salcido with three, up and nothing but the bottom of the net for Alexander Aguilar Salcido. His first triple of the night. 52-36, Brush are running away with it here in this fourth period. And we are back. 6:20 to go. (52-39) to Salcido in the corner, and that shot is up and to a deep range, another one. Back-to-back threes. 55-39. Ray Bauer down the court, and he is going to be fouled. We'll see who that's going to be on. That will be on Tony Mendez. Brush with the ball. That shot is going to be no shot. 32. They're going to call a moving screen on Conrad Castro. I have that as his first. Fort Morgan, J.J. Marquez. To Mendez, into the corner to Marsh, back up to Mendez out at the left wing to Basali. He's going to drive it in, he's going to drive it down, and he passes it off to Tony Mendez. Shot is up and good by Tony Mendez. He will go to the line to shoot one. I believe that is on Dre Bauer. That is his first. So Mendez to the line to shoot one. Up and off, up and rolls around, and no good. Royer Alvarez up and could not get it to drop. He's in Poland with a rebound. Dre Bauer going to keep that dribble alive. 5:20 to go, 55-41. 14-point lead. Ball taken by the Mustangs. I believe that's another foul that will be on Conrad Castro. So back-to-back, but he still only has two. He is going to come out, and it will be Brady Saletta to come in with for Brush. Royer Alvarez takes a seat. Broden Jess back into the game for the Mustangs. 55-41, the Mustangs got some work to do here. Hayden Marsh with a three. Shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Payson Poland. Into the hands now of Salcida. Being guarded by Mendez. Up top now to Rico. He's going to drive it all the way down. Tried to bounce pass it. And it's going to be... Let's see if they called a tie-up first. The Brush coach was trying to get a timeout, but it was too late. So possession to the Mustangs. That'll be turnover at number 14 for Brush. Dre Bauer comes out. Let's see who goes in. Thatcher Queen back into the game for the Beat Diggers. 55-41. That's under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth period. Mendez to, that's Cooper Chisholm into the game for the Mustangs. And that pass is going to be knocked away. Cooper Chisholm for three, up and off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Thatcher Queen. Thatcher Queen going to slow it down a little bit, I would think, and they get it off to Salcedo on the high left wing. Now on the near side to Payson Poland. Poland gets that being guarded by Chisholm. Salcedo on the far side to Soletta, and then a layup. He thought he was going to be hammered. Rico thought he was going to get fouled and didn't, but he goes up with it for the bucket. And now Eric Rico up. Now we're going to have a Mustangs continue with possession, and it will finally be a foul called on Thatcher Queen. I have 3 on Queen. They have 2. So Cooper Chisholm with a nice little stint there. Angel Lopez Surinana back into the game for the Mustangs. It will be Tony Mendez. That is 5 fouls on Brush. So Tony Mendez to go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and short. This fourth period is brought to you by Rudy's Tires. 9 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska means there's always a location close by. Rudy's Tires brings you Eastern Plains Sports Today every weekday on 1010 KSRL. Visit rudy'stires.com for more. Free throw rolls around and falls in for Mendez. 5 points on the night for Tony Mendez, 42-57. 3:40 to go here in this fourth period. Radio Soletta up to Thatcher Queen over on the far side to Poland. Salceda for another 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Salceda. That is 3 triples here in this fourth period. Mustangs are down now 18-60 to 42. Casali going to drive it all the way down. He's going to kick it out. Should have went up with it. He was right there. Now the turnover by the Mustangs. Eric Rico with a nice block from behind, but put up and in by Payson Poland as he followed up. It was blocked by J.J. Marquez, and that ball grabs nothing. So that will be, J.J. will take a seat. It will be Hayden Marsh to come in for the Mustangs. 62-42, a 20-point lead here for Brush. 2:50 to go here in the game. Salcedo to Thatcher Queen over on the left wing. Gets it back to Salcedo, now back to Thatcher Queen up high. To Stoletta back up to Queen out at the top. Being guarded by Broden Jess. Got caught up in the air, turnover Brush, and then a foul is going to be called. I believe that was on Thatcher Queen. I have him for 4, they have him for 3, but Carlo will go to the line to shoot 2. This will be his first trip to the line tonight. So we'll see if Carlo can drain a couple of points here for the Mustangs. That's off the back of the rim and no good. As he will line up for foul shot number 2. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Carlo. And it looks like a timeout will be taken here. Mustangs down by 19-62 to 43. Miller's Landscaping, you put so much time and effort into your show animals, offering a wide selection of livestock feed and supplies. Stop by 19645 County Road Q in Fort Morgan. Well, earlier tonight, the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs fell by a count of 56 to 48 to the Lady Brush Beat Diggers. And if anybody is interested and aren't watching the Bronco game, it looks like they are down 27-24 with about 4.5 to go in the fourth period. So a little work for the Broncos to do, a lot of work here for the Mustangs to do as they are down by 19, 62-43 with 2:32 to go here, fourth period. This was a 30-23 game at halftime. Brush was up 46-36 after 3. So back into the game for the Mustangs, Ian Rivera, along with Angel Lopez Sorinana, Broden Jess, Carlo Basali, and Hayden Marsh. Throw down. So Fort Morgan will get to us. That will be a turnover for Brush. Now the Mustangs turn it over. Now a turnover back by Brush. A carry is going to be called. Jason Poland, he is going to come out. And it will be Ulysses Aguilar in the game for the Beat Diggers. 2:22 to go here. 62-43 Brush. Hayden Marsh dribbles it off his foot, does regain it though. Over to the corner to Jess. Jess for a 3. It's going to be short. Hits the side of the rim. It's going to be taken by Brush. Excuse me. Saucedo into the front court over to Eric Rico. Eric Rico is going to drive it in. Thatcher Queen. Brush coach is saying, back it out, boys. No reason to hustle it up here. Their head coach is Wayne Bach. As they are going to take some time off the clock here to Thatcher Queen. Thatcher Queen going to give it off to Saucedo, but it is stolen by the Mustangs. Broden Jess now to Rivera. Ian Rivera to Basali. He's going to go in the lane. He's going to go for a shot, and he's going to be fouled. Oh, they're going to call it on the floor. So no shooting foul yet. That will be on Alexander Saucedo. I have him for 3. I don't call it on the floor, so I think it's going to be out of bounds on the side. Brady Soletta will come out. It will be Conrad Casper back into the game. Thought he called it on the floor. Nope, they're going to give him 2 shots. Okay. He is 1 of 2 tonight. He's Carlo Basali. First free throw is up and good. 12 points on the night. Minute 26 to go, 62-44. Brush Beat Diggers on their way to the victory tonight. Shot is up and good once again. Unless things change drastically, they will improve to 4 and 2. Fort Morgan will drop to 2 and 4. Going to be a foul on the far side as Ian Rivera with the body over there. So far, it is going to be on Rivera. That would be his. I'm not anywhere close to the scorers stuff here, so they're saying that's his first. I have him. That would have been his 3rd. Thatcher Queen chased Prouty into the game for the Mustangs, along with Ivan DePriest. 1:05 to go here. 62-45. Brush. Thatcher Queen keeps that dribble alive. And now he's going to hand it off. Try to get it handed off. Goes to Eric Rico. That was a double dribble. Picked it up and dribbled again. So turnover by Brush. Now into the game will be Logan Snyder. Who else is coming in? Number 13, Cassius Middlemas. Under a minute to go here, 45 seconds. Prouty, ball is going to be tipped, but retained by Fort Morgan. Prouty to Hayden Marsh. Marsh from the corner. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Brady Soletta. It will be Saucedo as he gives it off now to Aguilar. Shot is going to be up and good. I'm not sure why they're shooting, but that's fine. And Ulysses Aguilar with his first bucket of the 4th period. Mustangs down 20 in Unless they get a shot here, that's the way it will end. Down 19, 64-45. That three from the corner is in and out for Chase Prouty, 64. But the Mustangs fall by a count of 64-45 to the Brush Beet Diggers. We will take a 2-minute break and be back with the postgame show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Fort Morgan Mustangs postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Water is key to your crop success. Advanced Agri Solutions has year-round and seasonal probes that will help make sure you have the right amount of water. Call Dusty or Roxy McCormick at 970-571-2024. Well, the Mustangs fall by a count of 64-45. Scoring goes like this. First for the Brush Beet Diggers, Thatcher Queen had 11, but the leading scorer was actually Conrad Kastrick with 15, followed by Thatcher Queen with 14. Alexander Saucedo with 11, Eric Rico with 9, followed by Payson Poland with 6, and Dre Bauer with 4. Brady Soletta with 3, and Ulysses Aguilar with 2. For the Fort Morgan Mustangs, Royer Alvarez with 6, J.J. Marquez with 10, Broden Jess with 5. Leading scorer for the Mustangs was Carla Basali with 13, 6 for Tony Mendez, 3 for Hayden Marsh, and 5 for Broden Jess. As far as foul shots are concerned, Mustangs shot 7 in the game, and they were 5 of 7 for the contest. And as far as Brush is concerned, they were, in the first half they were 3 of 5. Second half, they were 3 of 5. So not a lot of scoring at the free throw line tonight. But anyway, we'll turn it over to Corey and get us some numbers.
Okay, for turnovers for the Beet Diggers, they were at 19. The Mustangs sitting at 17 for the night. For the total rebounds, we had a total of 22 for the Brush Beet Diggers. That was 4 for Rico, 3 for Salcedo, 5 for Queen, 2 for Bauer, 3 for Bauer, 1 for Poland, 6 for Castrop, for a total of 22. Your Fort Morgan Mustangs had a total of 19 for the game. It was Sariana with 5, Prouty with, Marquez with 2, DePriest with 2, Basale with 4, Alvarez with 2, and Mendez with 4.
So a close game up until, it was a 10-point game at halftime, ended up being 19. So Brush kind of pulled away from it there. That Alexander Aguilar Saucedo with 3 triples back-to-back there in the fourth period really hurt.
Most definitely.
But
if you're paying attention to the Bronco game right now, we're down 10. So with about just under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, it happens. So we will bring this. I think that's all we need to look at here. First and foremost, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This will be
Merry
our
Christmas.
last broadcast for Mustang basketball until next year. The producer and engineer of Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball tonight has been Christy Creighton. For Corey Riddle, this is Brian Nickel. Once again, the final scores tonight. The Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs fall by a count of 56-48. The boys fall by a count of 64-45. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.